Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I'll walk you through how to configure bonding on your Microtik devices. What is bonding? Bonding combines multiple network interfaces into a single logical interface, which can increase bandwidth, improve redundancy, and enhance overall network reliability. It's a fantastic way to optimize your network performance. Without further ado, let's get started. To demonstrate bonding, I've set up a simple network topology using two Microtik routers. Here's what we are going to do. On each router, we will bond Ethernet 2 and Ethernet 3. These interfaces each have 100 Mbps local speed, so bonding them will effectively combine their capacity into a single 200 Mbps connection. But the benefits don't stop there. Bonding also provides redundancy. If one link fails due to a cable issue, for instance, the other link will seamlessly take over, ensuring uninterrupted network connectivity. So our desired outcome is the bonding interface should have a traffic speed of 30 Mbps. And number 2, in case of cable failure, redundancy should work, ensuring no downtime. Let's start by configuring router A. Go to Interfaces, then Bonding. Click plus. In General tab, name the bonding interface to Band 1. Bonding for the sleeves. Select here the Ethernet 2 and Ethernet 3. Then for the mode, balance RR. RR means round robin. This mode distributes packets evenly across all bonded links. For transmit hash policy, select layer 2 and 3. This ensures load balancing works based on MAC and IP addresses. Click apply, then OK. Next, we need to assign an IP address to the bonded interface. Go to IP, then addresses. Click plus. I'll use 10.0.0.1/30. Select the band interface, apply, then OK. Router A is now ready. Now let's configure router B. I'll transfer my cable to router B. Go to interfaces again, then click bonding, click plus. In general tab, I'll name this one band 1. Then in the bonding tab, in the slaves field, select the interface. Mode balance RR. Transmit hash policy, layer 2 and 3. Apply, then OK. We will now assign IP address on the bonded interface. 10.0.0.2/30. Choose the band interface, apply, then OK. Now both routers are configured and ready for testing. Let's verify our setup with two tests. Test 1, bandwidth testing. Go to Tools, then Bandwidth Test. In the address, input here the band interface IP address of router A. In our case, it's 10.0.0.1. For the direction, select both. Then input here the username and password of router A. Click Start. You should see here a combined bandwidth of 200 Mbps, confirming that the bonding is working as expected. So you can see here in the band interface traffic, the bandwidth is 200 Mbps. And you can see here also in Ethernet 2 and Ethernet 3, each have 100 Mbps. We will now test the redundancy check. Open a terminal and we will ping router A IP address. Ping 10.0.0.1. As what you can see, we can successfully ping the router A band interface. I will simulate a link failure by disconnecting one of the cables from Ethernet 2 and Ethernet 3. I'm done disconnecting the cable. So as you can see, the remaining link takes over. This confirms that the redundancy feature is working perfectly. I'll try to connect again. Alright, it's seamless. You've successfully configured now banding on your MikroTik routers. This setup not only increases your bandwidth, but also ensures your network stays reliable even in case of link failures. This is it guys on how to configure banding on your MikroTik devices. If you find this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Please also hit that notification bell so you can be notified to my new videos. Bye for now and have a nice day.